practice is a candlelight yoga flow, practicing in the tranquil environment of beautiful candlelight. We start with Somatic Pilates, bringing an awareness to the body as we stretch through the muscle groups that we'll be working through Hatha and Ashtanga yoga, moving through beautiful vinyasas and some nice balanced postures before relaxing on the mat. Starting with our legs crossed together, bring our arms over our chest, crossing with our hands on our shoulders, centering the body. Starting with Ujjayi, breathing, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out through the nose. Beautiful ocean breath. Start to feel which areas of the body are tight. Switching the cross of the arms. Loosening up the body. Open your eyes, come onto all fours, sitting back on the heels, reaching the arms overhead, hip palms together, upward salute, Urdhva Hastasana. This is our somatic practice. Feel the lengthening of the shoulders. Curl the toes under. Stretching through the plantar fascias. Bringing in awareness to the body. Loosening the calves and the shins, loosening the plantar fascias, loosening the shoulders and the arms, bringing the abdominals in together, centering the core. Two more deep breaths. Lower the hands to the chest, coming out of the pose, lying on the mat, bringing the knees into the chest, Uttanasana, loosening the shoulders, feeling that deep stretch through the abdominals. This exercise helps to balance out cortisol. Loosen the hands a little bit, relax the shoulders, bring the knees in closer. Continue with that into the chest. Come up to seated. Turning to face the front. Left leg is bent. Right leg goes over. Flatten the foot. Bring the left arm underneath the right leg. Turn over and face the right side, looking over that right shoulder. Half Lord of the Fishes. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Really feeling that waistline stretching. Sides. Right leg is on the mat, knee is bent, left leg goes over, bring the right arm underneath the left leg, send the left arm behind, look over that left shoulder, Ardha Matsyendrasana, opposite side. Continue with your Ujjayi breathing. Nice, beautiful stretch. Coming out of the pose, open the legs out wide, bring the soles of the feet together. Bow forward. Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Really feel the inner thighs working. The stretch goes up into the pelvis, up to the lower abs, to the upper abs. Up to seated. Keep the left leg bent. Come up onto the right knee. Bent at an angle. Reach for this back foot. Reach this left arm up to the sky. Look up. If you can, tilt the head back. Reach the arm behind and clasp the hands together. Depending on how flexible you are. This is where I am today. Ekapada Rajaka Potasana, one-legged king pigeon. Only feel those glutes stretching. Bringing the left knee in front, right knee in front, left leg is bent. Reach this right arm up, one-legged king pigeon, opposite side. those obliques stretching through the erector spinae, the low back. One more deep breath. We're coming up to standing now, heading into our Hatha flow pose. Bring the arms out to your sides, feet are hip-width distance apart. Inhale, draw in the core, exhale. A nice deep breath through the nose. Inhale. Open your eyes, turn to face the side, reach the arms up overhead. We're going into Surya Namaskar, a sun salutation A. On the inhale, exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins or toes. On the exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Plant the hands, stepping back into your first plank. And hold. Chaturanga. Bend the elbows, lower the chest. On the inhale, coming into upward dog. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, curl the toes under into downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step the feet forward between the hands. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. On the inhale, reverse swan dive. Hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Up overhead. Exhale. Swan dive forward. Hold Uttanasana. Inhale. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale. Uttanasana. On the inhale, plant the hands. Step back into plank. Chaturanga. Lower. Inhale. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. We're going into our first yoga pose. On the inhale, bring the right foot to the center of the mat. Reach the left leg up. Down dog split. Exhale. Bring the knee into the chest. Plant the foot. On the inhale, lift the arms, come up into crescent pose. Udhita Ashwa Sanchalanasana. Feel the energy going through the quadriceps. Continue with your Ujjayi breath. Holding forward. Coming into our next balance posture, the standing split. Straighten the front leg, lift the back leg off. Lift it up as high to the ceiling as you can. Fold forward, head, crown of the head reaches the floor. Urdhva Prasarita Ekapadasana. Standing split. Really feel that energy going through the calf all the way up to the hamstring. On the next exhale, slowly lower the foot back down. Inhale back to the crescent pose. Ujjayi Ashwa Sanchalanasana. Lower the hands to the mat, stepping back to plank. Chaturanga on the exhale. Up dog on the inhale. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale to down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. On the next inhale, step the left foot to the center of the mat, sending the right leg up to the ceiling, down dog split. Exhale, bringing the knee through the chest, plant the foot, up into crescent warrior. On the inhale, fold forward, planting the fingertips on the mat, straighten the right leg, lift the left leg up to the ceiling as high as you can get it. Folding forward, crown of the head touches the mat. Urdhva Prasarita Ekapadasana. Standing split. Inhale, send the left foot back to the mat, lift up, crescent warrior, Ujjayi Ashwa Sanchalanasana. Lower the hands back to the mat, going through that vinyasa. Back to reverse swan dive, inhale, exhale, lower down chaturanga. On the inhale, upward dog, exhale, to downward facing dog and hold. On the inhale, step the feet forward. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale. On the inhale, reverse swan dive. Hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Moving through the sun salutation B. Inhale. Bend the knees, reach the arms overhead, sit into that chair, Utkatasana. On the exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Half lift on the inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. And fold. The next inhale, step back to plank and hold. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. next inhale, step the right foot to the center of the mat, into the down dog split. Exhale, bring the knee through to the chest, plant the foot, sending the right foot to face the side of the room. Coming up into warrior, warrior two. Arms are parallel to the mat, Virabhadrasana 2. Focus your gaze on one point, your drishti. We can start pranayama breathing now. Inhale deep through the nose. Exhale nice and slow out the mouth. Inhale. Exhale, slow out the mouth. Harmony in breathing. Windmilling the hands down to the mat. Stepping back into plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. On the next inhale, send the left foot to the center of the mat. Reach the right leg up to the ceiling, down dog split. Exhale. Knee comes through, plant the foot. Send the left foot to face the opposite side of the room. Arms are parallel to the mat in warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. I've got several beautiful scents going here. Magnolia, pink champagne, soak up the sun, and juniper and ginger. Really feel the energy through the arms, through the front of the thighs. Windmill the hands down. Step it back into plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. On the next inhale, step the feet forward to meet the hands. Uttanasana. Half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Back to Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. And hold. Uttanasana, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana. Back to Uttanasana. Stepping back to plank on the inhale. On the exhale, chaturanga down, bending the elbows, lowering the chest. Inhale. Upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. On the exhale, curl the toes under into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. On the next inhale, send the right foot to the center of the mat. Exhale, bring the knee through to the chest, plant the foot. Turn the right foot to face the opposite side of the room. Arms are parallel. Virabhadrasana 2. We're going to add a few more balance postures here. On the next exhale, straighten the front leg. Reach the left arm towards the shin. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Ujjayi breathing or Pranayama breathing, your choice. On the next inhale, turning to face the mat. Lower the right fingertips down, reach the left arm up to the sky, twisting to the left, lifting off this back leg into revolving half moon, Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana. Keep a smile on your face. This is a gorgeous practice. Lower this back leg down to the mat, coming out of the pose into Warrior Two. Windmill the arms down, stepping back into plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. On the next inhale, bring the left foot to the center of the mat, reach the right leg up, downward dog split. Exhale, bring the knee through, plant the foot, turn the left foot to face the opposite side of the room. Arms are parallel, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Straighten the front leg, reach the arm to the shin. Trikonasana, triangle pose. On the inhale, turn to face the mat, reaching the left fingertips to the mat, right arm reaches up to the sky, twisting to the right, lifting off this back leg into revolved half moon, Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana. Back to Warrior 2. Windmill the arms down. Stepping back to plank. One more vinyasa flow. On the exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale. Upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. On the inhale, bend the knees, step the feet to meet the hands. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Uttanasana. Bend the knees, reach the arms overhead, Utkatasana chair. Come to standing, hands to heart center, Samastiti. Reach your arms at your sides to Tadasana, mountain pose. Grab your yourself some water and we'll head into Ashtanga, to the center of the mat. Turning to face the front, widen the feet. Inhale. Reach the arms out to the side. Exhale. Forward fold. Plant the hands on the mat. Bow down. Rasharita Padottanasana. Wide-legged forward fold. Reach the hands behind the shins. And if you'd like to, lower the crown of the head to the mat, lift the legs up overhead, practice your handstands. For today, I'm staying here. Release the hands, reach the arms out to the side. Coming to standing, stepping to the front of the mat, going back through that Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, arms reach, little back bend, exhale, nice quick fold forward, Uttanasana, inhale, half lift, exhale, Uttanasana. On the inhale, plant the hands, step or this time hop back to plank. Chaturanga on the exhale. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, curl the toes under, Adho Mukha Svanasana. On the inhale, bring the left foot to the center of the mat. Right leg reaches to the sky, down dog split. On the exhale, big breath. Knee to chest, plant the foot. Bring the back leg in, pyramid lunge. When you're ready, step it back to plank. Chaturanga down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. On the inhale, send the right foot to the center of the mat. Reach the left foot to the ceiling. Down dog split. Exhale, really quick. Knee to chest, plant the foot on the inhale. Send the back leg in a little. Pyramid. Nice stretch through the calves and hamstrings. On your next inhale, step it back to plank. Chaturanga exhale. Inhale, left dog. Exhale, down dog. On the next inhale, bend the knees, step or hop forward. Uttanasana. Adho Uttanasana. Uttanasana. Reverse swan dive to standing on the inhale. Exhale, Samastiti. Inhale. Back to sun salutation A. Exhale. Swan dive to forward fold. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale. Forward fold on the inhale. Step or hop back plank. Chaturanga exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. On the inhale, send the left foot to the center of the mat. Reach the right leg up to the ceiling. Down dog split. Exhale. Knee comes through. Plant the foot. Step the back foot forward. Pyramid. I'm going to remove my socks for this next exercise. You have the option of using a strap around your foot. Step this back foot forward to meet the front. Come up to standing. I don't have a yoga strap on hand, so I'll show you with a resistance band. On the inhale, lift the right heel. Lifting the toes up off the mat. Knee comes to hip height. Reaching the band around your foot, straighten the leg. This is called standing hand to big toe. This is the option with the strap. If you're ready to take it up, reach your index and middle finger around your big toe, or your thumb around your big toe, index and thumb. Turn out to the side if you want even more, otherwise stay forward, hand on the hip. Uttana Asta Padangustasana. Standing hand to big toe. When you're ready, rebend the knee, slowly lower the foot to the mat. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, exhale. Forward fold, inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or hop to the mat. On the inhale, chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. On the next inhale, send the right foot to the center of the mat. Reach the left leg up. Down dog split. On the exhale, knee comes through. Plant the foot, step the back foot in, pyramid. On the next inhale, step the back foot in to meet the front. Slowly roll up to standing. On the exhale, lift the heel. Slowly lift the toes up off the mat. Reach the knee to hip height. Strap or no strap. Here's the option again with the strap. Hooking the strap around the arches of the foot. Reaching that leg out nice and straight and hold. If you're ready to do this without the strap, reaching the thumb and index finger around the big toe. Hand on the hip or open the arm out and twist. Uttana Asta Padangustasana. When you're ready, release the foot, lower it back down to the mat, inhale. Going through that vinyasa, exhale. Swan dive forward, Uttanasana, inhale. Half lift, exhale. Uttanasana on the inhale. Step or hop back plank, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale. Upward facing dog, exhale. Downward facing dog. On the next inhale, send the right foot center, exhale. Or stay in the inhale, lift the left leg up, down dog split. Now we exhale, bring the knee into the chest, plant the foot, opposite foot reaches opposite side of the room. The left fingertips reach the mat as the right arm reaches overhead, side angle. I'm going to step forward a little bit so I don't hit my candles. We'll attempt Bird of Paradise on the opposite side after we do the balance side angle. Finding this bottom arm under the thigh, top arm reaches behind the back, clasp the fingertips or hands. When you're ready, step this back foot forward. If you can, lift the leg off the mat into Bird of Paradise. I'm using the wall for balance. When you're ready, lower the leg back down. Coming back to side angle pose. Hold here for a brief moment. Lifting back up to Warrior 2. Windmill the arms down. Step it back to plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. Sending this left foot to the middle of the mat. Reach the right leg up to the sky. Down dog split. Exhale. Knee into chest. Plant the foot. Turn the opposite foot to the side of the room. Open up side angle. I'm going to try Bird of Paradise one more time. Stay here if you'd like. Otherwise, bow down. Reach this arm underneath the thigh. Opposite arm behind the back. Clasp the hands. Starting in down side angle. Beautiful pranayama or ujjayi breathing. If you'd like to try Bird of Paradise one more time, step this back foot forward. Try. When you're ready, lower the foot back down, step it back, undo the bind, side angle pose, coming up to Warrior 2 for a brief moment. Windmill the hands down, step it back into plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, into downward dog. On the next inhale, step or hop forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Forward fold, Uttanasana on the inhale. Reverse swan dive. Reaching the hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Open the palms out into mountain pose, Tadasana. We're going to do a few stretches. These are a couple more challenge poses. I'll provide you with modifications. Coming down to seated on the mat. Reaching the feet out in front of you. Legs are nice and straight. Hands are at your sides. Staff pose, Dandasana. Staying here for a few Ujjayi breaths. Sitting up nice and tall, getting a nice stretch in. When you're ready, reach the arms overhead, hold forward, reach for the feet into Paschimottanasana. Forward fold. Seated forward fold. On the next inhale, slowly come back up to seated. Lower down to the mat. Knees are bent, feet are planted. Draw up through the pelvis as you lift the hips. Clasp the hands underneath. Walk the shoulder blades to under. Into bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. I'll give you an option to challenge yourself. You can stay in bridge pose, otherwise reach your hands by your ears. Fingertips are facing forward, elbows are bent, knees are bent. Stay lifted in that bridge. On the inhale, lift up onto the crown of the head. When you're ready, straighten the arms and legs as you lift the head up off the mat into wheel pose. Urdhva Dhanurasana. Stay here as long as you'd like. Otherwise, when you're ready, come back to bridge if you were doing wheel. If you're still in bridge, reach the arms up overhead. Slowly articulate through the spine as you lower the hips down to the mat. Our next stretch, we start with legs up the wall. Straighten the legs up 90 degrees. Flex the feet like your feet are stamping the ceiling. You can stay here. This is a good stretch for the backs of the legs. Otherwise, when you're ready, lift the hips. Reach the legs up overhead. The tops of the toes should touch the mat over your head. Halasana, plow pose. Stay here as long as you can. You can always go back to legs up the wall. If you want even more of a challenge, reach those legs up nice and straight to the ceiling. Hips are lifted. Place the hands on the low back for support. This is called Salamba Sarvangasana. Supported shoulder stand. When you're ready, reach the legs back up overhead. Tops of the toes touch the mat. Plow. Slowly lower the hips down very slowly until you're coming back to legs up the wall pose. When you're ready, bend the knees in. Lower the feet back down to the mat. Legs are nice and straight, arms are at your sides. Into Shavasana. This is our final pose of the practice. We had a beautiful practice. Somatic Pilates, Hatha Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, some Uttana at the end. you like. Relaxing the top of the head, the crown, the forehead, brows, eyelids. Relax the top of the cheeks, the ears, the back of the head, the neck, the chin, the jawline, the nose. Relax the shoulders, the upper back, thoracic. Relax the chest. Feel the chest sink down, shoulders sink down, the arms sink down into the mat. Feel the lumbar spine, the abdominals, the buttocks, the hips, the backs of the legs, the tops of the legs, the inner and outer thighs, knees, shins, calves, ankles, soles of the feet, tops of the feet, all the way to the toes. Take a few deep breaths. What are you going to do after this practice? You're going to go for a swim, going to get a massage, anything you want to do. When you're ready, turning to one side, resting in embryo for a brief moment. Nice rebirth of the body. Rebirth by candlelight. When you're ready, come up to seated. Cross the legs in front of you. Inhale. Reaching the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring the wrists to the knees. Index and thumb come together. Other fingers are straight. Let out a sigh. Take a bow. And namaste. The light in me salutes the light in you. Open your eyes. And thank you so much for joining me for that beautiful candlelight practice. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what your favorite part of the practice was. Share this with your friends on social media. Hit that notification bell so you do not miss any workouts. And check out my other Somatic Pilates exercise, which is listed at the top of the screen. And my previous workout, my pole resistance bands. You can also check out my homepage, KathyFitPilates on YouTube. Watch my Instagram page, CatRose38, where I posted some interesting reels of workouts that I've done in the park. This is your trainer, Kathy, saying good night, good morning, good afternoon. Take a bow and namaste. Have a beautiful day.